realm of role.
Please welcome your host for the evening, the partner lead of the Entrepreneur of the Year programme, Roger Wallace. Please welcome your host for the evening, the partner lead of the Entrepreneur of the Year programme, Roger Wallace.
Great to have some live music there. We've missed it. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of EY, I would formally like to welcome Minister Donoghue and Minister McGrath, our EY alumni, clients, esteemed judges, my EY colleagues, sponsors, and most of all, the 2021 finalists to this year's EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards, celebrating the truly exceptional class of 2021. Tonight, we come together in Paris Court, PCR tested and vaccinated, as well as virtually from all around the world, to acclaim this group of extraordinary people. 24 entrepreneurs from across the full island of Ireland who embody the leadership and courage we need as we collectively redouble our efforts to meet the challenges of COVID-19 and beyond. Our 2021 finalists have been on a fantastic journey since their selection from what was a record number of nominations in the dark lockdown January. Up to recent weeks, we of course look forward to acclaiming this group with their colleagues and their families in person. And it's important that we don't let the COVID restrictions deflect us from giving our class of 2021 the celebration they so richly deserve. And tonight, above all else, is about that. I would also like to recognise a very important group of people who have joined us virtually this evening, our EY Entrepreneur of the Year alumni. A growing community consisting of 550 entrepreneurs who make a truly massive impact on our economy and on our society, creating jobs right across the island and helping Ireland to compete on a global level. This past year, we have seen the group support each other, trade with each other, collaborate and invest with each other more than ever before. We salute you, one and all. However, 2021 has also brought some loss. In May, we were deeply saddened by the passing of Dennis Lynn, founder and CEO of Finalist, an exceptional food business employing well over 1,000 people in Northern Ireland. Dennis was a true entrepreneur and is deeply missed within the EOI community. We're honoured to be joined this evening by the group of people who I think have the hardest job of all, our valued judges, so ably chaired by Anne Herity. Our judges themselves are all entrepreneurs of the absolute highest calibre and invest so much into supporting EOI and entrepreneurship right around Ireland. Thank you. Before I introduce you to this year's finalists, a special thanks to our programme sponsors, Julia Spare, Invest in Northern Ireland and Enterprise Ireland, as well as our media partners, the Irish Times, News Talk and of course RTE. This year, when it was easier to defer or to pause, our sponsors and partners have stayed the course in support of Irish entrepreneurship, so thank you to you as well.
She really someone I wanna know. This boy is electric. This boy is electric, and you're sparkling like the universe connected. And I'm buzzing night after night after night. This joy is electric. This joy is electric, and you're circuiting through. I'm so happy that I'm alive. I'm alive at the same time as you, 'cause you've got a higher power. Got me singing every second, dancing every hour. Oh yeah, you've got a higher power, and you're really someone I wanna know. Shaking just to let you know now you've got a higher power. You got me singing every second, dancing every hour. Oh yeah, you've got a higher power. You once in any lifetime. I'm going a million miles an hour. When for so long I've been down on my knees, and your love song.
Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Starting with the trailblazers in our emerging category. Niall Horgan and Dermot McSweeney, Gin Plus Coffee. Lisa and Vanessa Craven, Spotlight Oral Care. Well done, guys. Amy Connolly, Sculpted by Amy. Choopy Sweetman from Choopy. Roisin Malloy from Trimedica. Well done, Roisin. Connor and James McCarthy from Flip Dish. Zumi Germain from Microgen Biotech. And of course, John Brown from Costas. What a group of young businesses. The future of Irish entrepreneurship is truly very, very bright. Moving on to the incredible finalists in our industry category. We'll start with David Henderson from Tobermoor. Dominic Walsh from HSL. Joseph Doherty from Regen Waste. Fergus Nocton from Ross Engineering. Una O'Hagan from Mars Pharmacy. Michael McKinney from Inishowen Engineering. Hello, Michael. And a round of applause, please. Joining us virtually, Jim Darrow from Total Mobile, and of course, Brodie Sweeney from Camille Thai. And finally, introducing the global dominators of our international category. Brian O'Sullivan from Zeus Packaging. Peter Foley, let's get checked. Michael Burke from Chanel Pharma. Colin Lynch from EPS. Well, Colin. Carl McHugh from Atlantic Dawn. Kevin Brennan from ModuBuild. Well done, Kevin. And last but absolutely not least, Brian and Jackie Reid from Deli Lights. Let's hear it for the class of 2021. I hope that after hearing from this group tonight, you leave feeling inspired and re-energized. For all in the room and online, we're now moving to the TV production part of the evening. Thanks again for joining. Best of luck, sincere best of luck to the 24, and for everyone, enjoy the event. Thank you.
From across the island of Ireland, they have demonstrated resilience in the face of extraordinary challenges. This evening, we honour the very best of Ireland's business community. It's the 2021 EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that warm welcome. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening here at the Powerscourt Hotel in Wicklow for the 24th EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards.
Yes, well, our numbers are reduced this year and our place settings are socially distanced, and we've all passed the very strict COVID protocols in place for the evening. But the job at hand has never been more important. The business community in Ireland has shown itself to be resolute, innovative and courageous. Tonight, we celebrate those traits in evidence all across the land and exemplified by our finalists here this evening.
23 businesses from across the island of Ireland have been nominated for this year's awards. From Inishowen to Belfast and from Carlow to Roscommon, the finalists have come here to be with us for the first time in almost 2 years. And we are so very glad to be here to celebrate all of their success.
We sure are. Over the next hour, we will anoint 3 category winners, and only one of them can win the overall title, the 2021 EY Entrepreneur of the Year. So let's kick things off with our first award of the evening, the emerging category. New businesses, new technologies and new solutions to age-old problems. Here are the first 4 nominees, all in with a shout of a little bit of business immortality.
The foundation for Amy Connolly's cosmetics brand was her makeup artist skills. In a crowded cosmetics market, Sculpted's multi-purpose range stands out, selling more than 250,000 products this year.
I think it's so important for me to make sure that the products we're selling are ours, and I would constantly ask myself, if we have an idea at a meeting and a brainwave comes out, how can we make it different? Why would you buy it from Sculpted and not from somewhere else? And that really is the secret sauce of creating bespoke products for you as a brand, especially in an industry so saturated. You know, you can't just do what someone else is doing because you won't survive. For me, the initial idea was simplifying the routine. So packing products into kits or having a multi-purpose element to something, you know, like our primer would have SPF, but it's a primer also, for example. Creating a formula, that's the best part. That's really when you feel your proper creative flair come out, because, you know, it's not just, oh, I want the bottle to look like this or the cap to be this colour. It's like, I want the formula to do this. And sometimes it's like, wow, we made something amazing.
Diarmuid McSweeney's and Niall Horgan's Gym Plus Coffee athleisure clothing brand sports an online community in excess of 400,000, 9 retail stores and customers in more than 50 countries.
We think there's a huge complement between the offline and the online part of the business. Stores themselves, we call them our clubhouses, so they have a different feel than just your more traditional retail. So, you know, there's coffees here, we do events, we do yoga classes, you can shoot some basketball hoops in the corner, so all that really ties into the brand. We want to grow a business that makes us proud in a way that makes us proud.
The last year has just been so hectic, bit of a roller coaster. So in the midst of all that, to find out that you're nominated for such a prestigious award is, yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest. You're looking around at the other people that are involved and nominated and you're just like, are we at this level? But yeah, it's a very proud moment.
John Brown's fingerprints are all over Casta's success, a patented antimicrobial technology which can be applied at manufacture, giving lasting protection over the lifetime of touchscreens from kiosks to tablets.
The potential for Casta's is enormous. It's an opportunity and a problem for us at the moment. There's so many verticals globally that we can service. Ultimately, the goal is to be a standard finish on smartphones and tablets, you know, rather than buying your latest phone model in September that has another camera stuck on the back, that there's actually a real tangible benefit to the user to having a screen that actually sanitizes itself. Entrepreneurs are either really stupid, naive, or a mixture of both. There's a drive and a belief, and I had that from the get-go with this technology. Always the ultimate goal was to build a company to make this a household name. It's a long road, it's a difficult road. I guess if it wasn't, everyone would do it. I just had the belief that it was going to work.
Dupy Sweetman's heirloom jewellery is crafted in Ireland from 100% recycled gold. Last year, the team at Dupy sent 10,000 pieces, marking the biggest moments in clients' lives to 67 countries around the world.
The diamond industry has long been in need of disruption. It's been very old-fashioned, it's been very staged, it's been that weigh your wallet experience, whereas we know that women are looking to mark different moments. Divorce is one of them. Likewise, it's the same for graduations. The job promotion you fought so bloody hard for. We want to be part of marking those moments. I would always say at 2P we think about love, loss and everything in between, because actually we're in the business of hope. I love what I do, and I think entrepreneurship has been such an important part of that because I want to shape the future. I could print a book of the no's I've been told, like so many entrepreneurs, but that belief in better has been the thing that's kept me going. I would always say my team we're like mountaineers. We climb a mountain and then look at the next peak. And yet every day we get up and think about scaling the next mountain.
Well, someone in the emerging category is going to have a really great view in a few minutes when we hand out our first award. Before we do that, we need to meet 4 more finalists, taking on some of the world's most intractable challenges, from food security to healthcare. Here's 4 more inspirational entrepreneurs.
Dentists and sisters Lisa and Vanessa Craven are filling a gap in the market with their sustainable range of whitening and oral care products. Somewhere in the world, one of their sonic toothbrushes is purchased every 5 minutes.
We feel like with oral care, we compare it to skincare 20 years ago. That innovation or disruption hasn't been seen in the oral care industry like it has been seen in so many other industries in the health and wellness space. So that really drives us forward. So far, we're in over 6,000 retailers across Ireland, the UK and the US. We're in some of the biggest chains in the US in terms of CVS, Ulta Beauty and Target.com. And we really just want to focus down and embed those relationships.
We've always wanted to have a really large company with a global impact, because if you're going to go after issues like sustainability, there's no point doing it in a niche way. It has to be mass, it has to be available, it has to be accessible. So a large global presence was always our intention.
TriMedica's innovative non-contact thermometer saves time, money and reduces the chance of contamination. At the forefront of digital transformations in healthcare, for Roisin Malloy, it's a labour of love.
I just love seeing how technology can help science and therefore can help people, because I truly believe that science has the answers to every problem. We just need to have a good sit down and think about what that problem is. What we're trying to achieve is to make the care better for patients, and that's our sort of guiding light, is to go back to that every time. We knew it was going to be challenging. In some ways things moved faster than we thought they were going to move, and in other ways they've moved slower than we thought they were going to move. But at the end of the day, we're always up for a challenge. We have this sort of saying between ourselves that if someone says to us, oh, you couldn't do that, then we look at each other and go, did he just say that? Okay, well, you know what we're going to have to do? Prove them wrong.
Flipdish is software served up for the restaurant trade. Brothers James and Conor McCarthy's technology is cooking up a storm in foodie strongholds across Europe and North America. In Ireland alone, over half the country have eaten food ordered through Flipdish.
Flipdish is a technology which connects restaurants directly with their customers. It gives their customers a ultra easy way to order online and allows restaurants to maintain a direct relationship with them. Pretty much every single takeaway and every single restaurant in Ireland knows Flipdish, and the vast majority of them use Flipdish. And 3 years from now, I want to be able to say the same for all of Europe.
Flipdish is 6 years old. It's just the beginning in terms of global e-commerce. You've seen the shift that's happened over the last kind of 18 months with COVID, and I think there's a lot more transformation afoot. Over the coming years, we are looking to expand even more across Europe. So we have over 6,000 customers in 20 countries, and we have a sales force in Ireland, France, Spain, the Benelux, UK, North America, and we're looking to kind of double down in those regions.
When applied to seeds or soil, Jumet Germain's revolutionary natural microbes increase plant health and plant yields. Microgen Biotech was nurtured in Carlow and is blossoming into a pioneer in the mission to feed the world.
When, you go through 20s and 30s and up to 40s, the more kind of question the purpose of my life. And I feel blessed that I have this really, really innovative idea that addressing the challenge of a global food production. We have set up our subsidiary in China since 2017, and we have done 200 trials. So the product has been proved that we can increase the yield by double digit and also can reduce 30% fertilizer input. I often get this question, I'm an scientist or I'm a business person. I'm an innovator, I'm an entrepreneur, and I can bring science and business together to make a bigger impact globally.
Yes, 8 amazing businesses there, nurtured in Ireland, but with a global ambition from the get-go. They're competing in the emerging category, but they're already international playmakers. And one of them is going to be taking home our first award of the evening. To reveal the winner, please welcome from Enterprise Ireland, Jenny Melia.
It's great to see our emerging nominees using Ireland as a jumping off point for taking on the world. And we're really looking forward to seeing what you all do next. So the 2021 Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year is, a little bit of glue on this one, Amy Connolly, sculpted by Amy.
I actually don't even know what to say. This is the most dumbfounded I have ever been in my entire 28 years of life. This is so funny. I felt so calm coming this evening because I was like, there's not 1% chance I'm going to win. I am honestly so taken aback. Thank you so much. Sculpted was a passion of mine that I started straight out of college. And fast forward 4 or 5 years, we've had the most amazing growth. This programme has been one of the most amazing things I've ever been involved in. I think it's an absolute credit to EY and all of the sponsors. I've met some amazing people, both in alumni and last year's finalists, and also in my fellow finalists this year. I felt like an imposter coming into this category, to be totally honest. So I actually just don't even know what to say. I know I've got very short time, so I just want to say thank you so much to the judges for believing in me, for even making me a finalist, and I am absolutely on cloud 9. I actually don't even know what else to say, so thank you so much.
Each year, we get to acknowledge the incredible spirit of entrepreneurship as it appears in unexpected places. To reveal this year's special award winner, please welcome partner lead of the Entrepreneur of the Year programme, Roger Wallace.
Through a lifetime of inspirational leadership, our next winner has demonstrated intelligence, resilience, and fundamentally entrepreneurial instincts. In the 1970s and 80s, she was a pioneering young lawyer, changing our world for the better through the courts. In 1990, she triggered a democratic revolution through the ballot box when she was elected the first female president of Ireland against all odds. She went on to serve with great distinction as the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, and now she's immersed in the battle of her life, nothing short of saving the planet from the catastrophe of climate change. Few people truly transform their country of their birth. Fewer people still leave a legacy on the global stage. Tonight, it is our privilege to celebrate the extraordinary energy and achievements of the 2021 Special Award winner, Mary Robinson.
All her life, Mary Robinson has tried to make a difference. Most of the time she succeeded, but even when she didn't, she kept on trying.
She showed that it was possible to be powerful, even within a society that told you that because you were a woman, you would not have a role to play.
Every aspect of our life was radically different from where it is today, and that's where Mary Robinson steps in.
As a senator and indeed as a lawyer, she campaigned for equal pay. She campaigned so that women like me had control over our own bodies. She got involved in landmark legal cases, one to decriminalize homosexuality, and years before that, a case which eventually gave women and people of no property the right to sit on juries.
She's a radical voice because she sees and spots things that require urgent attention, and she has both the courage and the foresight and the depth of intellect to be able to take them on, to be able to work with others and to be able to move them forward.
I want you to cast your mind back to the year 1990.
As a wonderful and outstanding president, she allowed young girls to believe that they too could be the face of Ireland, and maybe a more liberal and a more compassionate face.
The women of Ireland, instead of rocking the cradle, rocked the system.
Great politicians are people who walk in and you know they're in charge. A great leader makes you feel that you can solve this problem too. That gives you an ability to understand that you have to be part of that change.
I have such a sense of what the world must take responsibility for.
She always said she was the awkward voice, and she used that awkward voice to force us to look at injustice.
There must have been some reason why President Milosevic did not wish to meet me, because I certainly wished to meet him.
As an advocate for the hungry and the hunted, Mary Robinson has not only shone a light on human suffering, but illuminated a better future for our world.
So Mary is Irish, but really Mary is this incredible world citizen. I've met people through her and interviewed them on our podcast from every corner of the world, from tiny island nation states to rural parts of Africa. And Mary connects with and understands and pushes forward justice in all different parts of the world in a way that's really extraordinary and a way that's very necessary, because all of us together are facing this massive existential threat of climate chaos. So we need Mary.
This is a moment of real leadership, and it's a moment when, history will judge how we do it. It is doable.
Purpose-driven business is what's going to define this next era for all of us that are entrepreneurs. And there's no better person to teach us the importance of purpose-driven organizations, whether they're tiny startups or they're world organizations, than Mary Robinson.
Her son Aubrey said about her once, "Hey Mum, when are you going to get off the stage?" Well, whenever she does get off the stage, we can be sure that people like you and me and thousands, maybe millions all over the world will be people in whose lives she has indeed made a difference.
I dreamt a lot of dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to introduce live from Belfast this evening the 2021 Special Award winner, Mary Robinson. Mary, what does this award mean to you tonight?
I'm very honoured indeed, Evan, very honoured because it connects me with everybody in the room there.
Mary,
all the incredible and inspiring.
Go ahead, Mary.
Okay. People who bring about innovative solutions. I can hear an echo of my voice. It's kind of disturbing. Is it okay? Can you hear it?
Yes, we can hear you, Mary.
Shall I just go on? Shall I just go on? Okay, I'll try. I use my voice to talk about and sometimes to give out about the need to focus on climate justice, a more people-centered approach to climate. But wonderful people in the room, as we've heard, with their innovation, are dealing with issues of solar, clean energy, issues of circular economy, issues of regenerative agriculture. So I hope you're all enjoying yourselves, because it's wonderful to be in your company, and I really feel very honoured to receive this award.
Mary, tonight is a celebration of Irish business. What message would you like to send out to the entrepreneurial community this evening?
I think it's absolutely clear that we need all the energy from every sector, and the business community and the entrepreneurial community have a real role to play, because they have the ideas and they have the change-making transformation that we need. We've heard this already this evening. I suppose my message is one that I give to a lot of audiences. I'll do it briefly. First of all, every one of us has to take the climate crisis very seriously in our lives. And that means we have to do something we weren't doing yesterday, more seriously, like recycling better, or changing our diet, or taking public transport, whatever it is. Secondly, get angry with those who aren't doing enough, and join or support organisations or use your vote or whatever it is. But actually make your voice heard, calling out people who aren't doing enough. And thirdly, and this is the most important, and actually entrepreneurs are very good at this, imagine this world we need to be hurrying towards. It's going to be a much healthier world. It's going to be a world where cities will not just have gardens and green, but also grow food vertically to meet a rising population. And it's going to be a much fairer world. So that's the world we all need to be working to.
Ladies and gentlemen, your special award winner for 2021, Mary Robinson.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, we are taking our first break of the evening. When we come back, though, we have some silverware to hand out.
Welcome back to the EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards for 2021.
Yes, we still have 15 nominees with some skin in the game, so let's power on with another award. This time, it's the industry category.
Brodie Sweeney saw a hunger for sustainable restaurant quality food. From 50 plus locations, Camille Thai Kitchen feeds more than 20,000 customers on an average night in or night out.
Business more than a restaurant business, and of course it's predicated on doing gorgeous food. That's good for you, but we have to be incredibly efficient, and so every bit of the process is thought through really carefully to make sure we can do it as quick as possible. We talk about in our business shaving literally seconds off that production time. I absolutely love it. I love building a team. I have a lot of young people working in the business who maybe didn't realise how good they really were. So there's great pleasure in that. It's a lovely thing to feed people. I mean, I love cooking myself. So to be able to do it at scale, to make more people more happy, that's a great feeling as well. And then we see our restaurants popping up around the place, and you take a pride in seeing that our team have created this.
From professional rugby to software CEO, Jim Dara's winning combination is to make work more efficient for Total Mobile's 250,000 daily users. Revenue of £50 million says he's on the right track.
The company's been around for 35 years, and Belfast is very much where it's always been rooted. When I came 5 years ago, I think I recognised quite quickly we should capture some of that. We ended up putting Made in Belfast on a lot of our websites and so on. We talk about it to our customers. We bring customers to Belfast, and there's something about Belfast and the people here that is very much in the DNA of our business. You know, there's a hard-working, committed, care for our customer component to everything we do. Where we really come into our own is where they throw us a challenge. You know, we need to save X amount of money, we need to do more work, we need to be more efficient. And sitting down with them and working on their challenges and our technology and combining the two, an innovation session where we really begin to fit technology to organisational problems and transformation, is by far the most exciting thing we get to do.
From a state-of-the-art plant, an investment of more than €30 million, Michael McKinney's Inishowen Engineering fabricates hundreds of tons of steel each year. For the Donegal native, controlling the logistics of delivery was key to his early success.
A lot of the companies that we were talking to basically were telling us that we were too far away and that Inishowen was too remote to run a subcontract company from. But at the minute now we're processing 250 tonnes of material a week and shipping to almost every county in Ireland and some across the UK and a small bit to France. The company as a whole, we tend to think here that there's no obstacle too big, so we just look at everything as a challenge and try and overcome it. Awards, I would rather have a happy customer than have an award, but it's nice too to get them.
Perfectly laid patios and paving are the cornerstone of David Henderson's success. Tobermore's 60-acre factory employs more than 440 employees and produces 5 million paving flags a year.
I'm not a perfectionist, but I really feel very proud when we do things well, and I have a real motivation to do that. And in years gone by, something would happen, I would have gone in and tried to fix it, whereas really we changed that whole culture to where together we would sit down with our people and say, this is the problem, and they would help us to fix it. But when they helped us to fix it, then it became a permanent fix. This is the Seamus Heaney Visitor Centre here in Ballachy, just a few miles from Tobermore. For us as a team at Tobermore, it's very rewarding to be involved in iconic projects. For our staff and all the people to realise we did something like that. We've always set ourselves out as trying to exceed the customer's expectations and give them a great experience. And I believe that we've been very successful at that.
A top quality quartet there, all nursing great expectations and exceeding them. Let's meet the next 4 industry finalists with their eye on the prize.
For Joseph Doherty, the gold in the foothills of Slieve Gullion is rubbish. Employing 300 and with a turnover of £45 million, Regen Waste recycles or removes over 300,000 tonnes of waste each year.
We're lucky to be in an industry that's on a growth trajectory, and we're only on the cusp of something far greater. And I think that the next 20 years has a multiple of more opportunities than the last 20. Waste, you separate it into a simple 4 or 5 components of paper, card, plastic, and we've been investing in a lot of technology. We've put in 11 optic sorts. Them 11 optic sorts uses photo eye technology to read the material on the belt, and then it uses air injection to blow that material off the belt. We now want to do part of the reprocessing. So we're looking at making an animal bedding from paper. We're looking at making sodium silicate from our glass, and we're looking at making carbon nanotubes from our plastic. All I can say is I hope that I make enough changes that makes a big impact and makes a big difference, that then in the future I leave the world in a better place than I got it.
With facilities in Roscommon and Athlone, Fergus Naughton leads the Ross team of more than 100, providing specialist construction, engineering and polymer services for blue chip and biomedical clients.
We knew what we wanted to do to create something that was sustainable, something that was going to give employment. You know, being in the Midlands and West of Ireland, even though we do a lot of our work in Dublin, it was very important to me to bring jobs to Ireland, keep jobs at home, support people. A lot of our people are from rural Ireland, and they travel to wherever our sites are, and they support our off-site manufacturing facilities. I love the workplace. I love interacting with the staff. I love interacting with engineers. I'm an engineer at heart, and I just like getting stuck at the workplace, solving problems. If everything ran smoothly, there would be no money created. That's where Ross gets a lot of its revenue from, is solving problems and giving customers a better solution, introducing innovation, faster, leaner, safer.
From scalpels to scanners, Dominic Walsh's hospital services has a presence in every hospital on the island. In his 5 years at the helm, HSL's turnover increased from £6 to £45 million, but that's not the only bottom line.
Our customers are technically the hospital and the consultants, the doctors, but their patients are our customers just as much. So what we're looking to try and deliver is the best technology in the best way with the best support so that the patient has the best outcome. Philosophy that I have in every business and insist upon within the business is that service is an attitude, it's not a department. Growing the business from 6 million to 45 million, it's a tremendous journey, but the journey's not finished. I'm taking the business bigger and better. I would love to get it to 60 million. I have the energy and the motivation and the leadership to take this business bigger and better.
When Una O'Hagan started working there as an intern, she fell in love with Mars Pharmacy and vowed to buy it one day. 20 years on, she's grown it into a group of 9 stores, 140 employees, a bustling e-commerce wing, and a vibrant online community.
We're not in retail, we're not in pharmacy, we're in the business of making people healthier. Our vision really is to be Ireland's leading pharmacy group that embraces wellness. The online business has grown from strength to strength. Whenever we talk about community now, we don't talk about just the heart of Dublin 4, we're talking about a global community. Our real role as pharmacists is we're this critical link in the healthcare journey of any patient, but what we have is we've got that first bite, we've got that first impression, and we have an opportunity to share that knowledge with our patients and to make them have a wonderful experience. We have those moments that really, really, really matter.
Yes, well, we have a moment that matters ourselves here now. Please welcome the man who's going to announce the industry category winner this year from Invest Northern Ireland, Jeremy Fitch.
This year's industry nominees demonstrated exceptional vision, taking their businesses to a new level in unprecedented times. The 2021 Industry Entrepreneur of the Year is David Henderson, Tobermore.
Wow, thank you so much. I am humbled and so proud to be standing here tonight. I was just reflecting, I started in my business, in the family business 45 years ago. So I've gone through a lot of stuff in those years, and to be standing here tonight and having this wonderful award is just the pinnacle of my career. Thank you so much to EY for bringing us all together, for the judges, for everybody that's been involved in this. It's been a wonderful experience for me. But I just want to say one very important thing at the end. It's just about my people. Tobermore is not about me. Tobermore is about a wonderful, wonderful team of people who have been incredibly supportive of me right down through the years. They are some of the most wonderful people you will ever meet, and I'm so proud to pick up this award tonight. Thank you.
Last year, our celebrations were severely restricted due to the pandemic. In fact, for 2 years now, the only constant has been change. Even though we find ourselves in the midst of another setback right now, just over a month ago, we were able to safely gather in Killarney for a scaled-back CEO retreat. It was a chance for the finalists, alumni, industry experts and thought leaders to challenge one another, to lift their game even further. The trading environment is in flux, but Ireland is back in business.
The level of resilience that has been shown through the businesses is phenomenal. We've seen a lot of ambition, a lot of determination to come through this whole COVID period, but also to be ready for the next move.
I've been involved in the EY Entrepreneur of the Year programme since 2006, but in the UK. I suddenly realised, God, there's loads of people like me that are mad as I am and as weird as I am and have a million ideas a minute. And I thought, God, I'm one of them. I've always been really jealous of everybody in the Irish programme, because I think what the Irish programme does is really exceptional. Just being able to listen to the stories, and some of the stories that we heard this morning as well were really fascinating.
Love meeting people who are involved in high performance, who are involved in, I suppose, trying to create something or pursue their dreams. You know, it's those kind of passionate people are very enjoyable to be around, so I love meeting them.
Oh, God. Man, that's good, isn't it?
People just need a bit of optimism at the moment. COVID has shown that events like this do matter even more.
One of the things you cannot come away from an entrepreneur event like this is not feeling just a little bit enthused and inspired that whatever the challenge or the difficulty is, somebody somewhere has got a fantastic, not only an answer to it, but a way to turn that into a business opportunity.
Business is about people collaborating. The world's got a more complicated place. We can't solve on our own, in our own houses.
The 2020 EY Entrepreneur of the Year is Nicola Mitchell of Life Scientific.
It still feels magical. I couldn't be more proud of that. That's why this award couldn't have been the one I would have wished for more in my whole entire life. Dreams come true.
Brilliant. Okay, investing in resilience of this year's finalists seems like a pretty good bet, doesn't it? And our next guest is always on the lookout for a good investment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Minister for Finance, Paschal Donohoe, TD.
Good evening, everybody. I'm absolutely delighted to be here with you all tonight, celebrating the very best of Irish entrepreneurship. And I'd like to thank Frank O'Keefe and the EY team, as well as Anne Heresy and the judging panel for the invitation and opportunity to say a few words. I also want to acknowledge the presence this evening of my close colleague, the Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform, Michael McGrath, TD. These awards are such an important milestone in the Irish business community. They're a time for us to recognise, to celebrate the innovation, the dedication of Irish entrepreneurs. And while the public health situation does mean that tonight's event is smaller than originally planned, it's so important that even in these times, we make the time to celebrate the outstanding achievements of the entrepreneurs who are in this room and involved in this brilliant programme. Over the 24 years that these awards have been running, we've seen so many changes in the economic landscape of our country. We've seen domestic success stories take their place on the world stage. We've seen multinational companies continue to value Ireland as a positive location, one to put roots down in, to invest in. And we've seen our society and our workforce become more equal and more inclusive. But of course, the last quarter of a century has also seen economic difficulties. And we meet here again tonight at a time that is challenging in our economy and in our society. I don't need to tell anyone of the difficult times we've faced in the past 20 months. You've lived them. The COVID pandemic has, of course, taken a toll on each and every one of us, albeit in profoundly different ways. And we have seen the impact of this on our health service, our economy, and our daily lives. And we may indeed have to live with this disease for some time. However, medical solutions will advance and they continue to develop in response to this. When the pandemic first reached our shores last March, some believed it could be years before an effective vaccination programme would be available. Today, over 90% of those aged over 12 are fully vaccinated. And we're rolling out a national booster campaign to reinforce the protection these vaccinations has given us. This has been, and it will be again, a national success. And I want to acknowledge the work of all who were involved in delivering this rollout across this year and next. And as we begin to emerge from this pandemic, and we will, of course we'll confront new challenges. We'll be able to grasp new opportunities. But as I look at the challenges ahead, challenges which of course we're aware of, I'm absolutely confident that as we move into a new year, we'll be able to overcome those challenges. We'll be able to grasp those opportunities, and we will face a positive future in that year. There are so many learnings from these experiences, from the experiences of our recent past. Most notably, the importance of being agile, of being able to react, being able to adapt to change. But nowhere has that been more apparent, more evident than in our business community. They have faced the unknown and they have moved forward. The Harvard Business School defines entrepreneurship as the pursuit of opportunity beyond resources you can control. Well, we have seen the pursuit of opportunity in each of the finalists tonight, who've pursued opportunities with determination, with a dogged resilience, seeking out not just new customers and new markets, but new worlds to conquer. That pursuit of opportunity needs commitment, it needs leadership. And that sort of leadership has been demonstrated by all here this evening in establishing and growing businesses. And that kind of leadership, that form of it, will ensure, I believe, ongoing and future success. So as we look to that future, the spirit in this room, our entrepreneurs, our wider business community, will be central to our economic recovery and to our growth. Businesses, such as the many in the room here this evening, are the backbone of our domestic economy, supporting tens of thousands of jobs across every county, across all of our country. So all of you, all recognised in the awards this evening, in the awards that have gone before, play an essential role in the future of our country, in our economic success, in the shared opportunities we will pursue together. And the government will play our part in helping you with this. It is why we have had supports in place, such as the Employment Wage Subsidy Scheme, supports to help those at a time when their business was affected by forces beyond their control. It is why in the recent budget we have made decisions about those supports, about their extension. We've made decisions about the Employment Investment Incentive Scheme and made decisions about the future of our corporate tax regime that I believe will work for businesses big and small. So the focus of the year that's increasingly behind us was about giving businesses the very best chance to weather that pandemic, supporting their owners, preserving jobs. And next year, we're going to make even more progress. We're going to achieve even more for ourselves, for each other, and for our country. We should be positive about what lies ahead, about our ability to do this. The entrepreneurs here in this room this evening have genuinely been unstoppable in their pursuit of opportunities. They've embraced change. They've overcome obstacles. So I want to congratulate all of them on their success so far and wish all of them continued success for the future. Thank you.
Minister, thank you very much indeed. It's time for us to take a quick water break, or something stronger if you're celebrating. But remember to come back, because we've got 2 more trophies to give out this evening. One of them is the coveted Champion of Champions. That is coming up. Yes, hello again and welcome back to the EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. Okay, we are a little more than halfway through. 2 awards down, 1 more category, and the overall awards still to go.
We're turning our attention to those mavericks who truly believe that this island is just not big enough for their ambition, and that in fact, the world is their oyster. It's our international entrepreneurs.
Food to go is a £100 billion market, and Brian and Jackie Reid are taking a bite out of it with Deli Lights. Handmade in County Down, their bespoke technology locks in the freshness to be revealed in markets across Europe.
We're currently producing upwards on 70 to 80,000 products per day. That is obviously supplied throughout Ireland, UK and international markets. We do believe we can grow that further. It's a huge market out there. I love food, it's forever changing and developing. It's a very exciting place to be in, and it's forever growing and innovating for ourselves. This is a growing market, so you need to be in it, loving it, breathing it, eating it.
Consumer tastes are changing all the time. There's new produce coming out, new ideas, new innovation. As an entrepreneur, every day you're solving problems, you're making decisions, and that's something that I enjoy doing. Kind of addictive. You come into work and you get a sense of what can I go and how do I help today. It motivates us to push harder and to keep growing the business and bringing more success to the company.
Chanel Pharma is Michael Burke's life work, a pharmaceutical company with more than 5,000 licensed human and animal remedies. Exporting to 95 countries, Chanel employs 560 between Galway, the UK and Jordan.
We develop products that are quality, equivalent to the brand leader. They would be a lot cheaper than the brand leader. We're creating employment in Ireland, and we're contributing to the economy in Ireland. I love Loughrea. I love creating employment in Loughrea. I just love working in this west of Ireland because the culture, I think, is a little bit different. I love the R&D. That's my favourite part of the business. I've just finished our R&D pipeline for the next 5 years. We will plan to launch between 15 and 20 products a year. We've invested a huge amount of money here in research and development. We invest over 10 million plus every year, and that comes off the bottom line. And to me, the key to our success is research and development.
Starting with home diagnostic kits and going right through the patient journey, Peter Foley's Let's Get Checked is a revolution in healthcare and one of a handful of Irish tech companies to achieve the unicorn valuation of $1 billion.
Nobody has cracked a singular consumer healthcare platform that does absolutely everything for a consumer. And that's true to diagnostics, to managing your care over time, to managing your medications. And like, we've built that platform. Everyone who joins the company, what they see the value is that this is unique, but also they can see in real time the impact that we're having on people. Our ambition is to become the #1 consumer healthcare platform in the world. And I think we're getting there. We're starting to, definitely from a brand perspective, the US is our core market and starting to get recognised for that. So just more of the same.
At the heart of modern life is Colin Lynch's electronics outfit EPS. Data networking is one side of the business, the other prints the brain in modern cars. Together, they generated $100 million this year.
You've no particular advantage coming from North Dublin and running a global business, but you've no disadvantage either. The fact that we've just developed over time the confidence to compete in these areas and have consistently done that doesn't give us any sense of complacency about what's in front of us, but it gives us a little quiet confidence that we can continue to do well. We're very metrics driven, very, very much watching the numbers all the time. We're always measuring success. We're always looking for the next challenge or the next problem. It's just great to see when you've put all the blood, sweat and tears of all the time we've put into this thing, into it, to see it doing so well, and we've a real common goal that we all work together to achieve. If that doesn't get you out of bed in the morning, I don't know what does, you know.
Well, I can tell you there's 3 little ladies in my house who get everyone up out of the bed in the morning. It's been a bit of a wait for our last 4 finalists, but it is time to meet them. So what does a Donegal man, a Laois expat in Kilkenny and a Corkonian have in common? They're all competing on the global stage, and wherever you go in the world, you just might come across their work.
From one product to 7,000, Brian O'Sullivan has built more than a packaging company in Zeus. Innovative design, sustainable products, and just-in-time delivery. Zeus have it all wrapped up.
When I started Zeus, I started with one product, and 22 years later, we're now with 600 staff, 26 countries, and a turnover of in excess of 300 million. Packaging is extremely exciting. It's ever-changing. As a first-generation private business, we're now one of the biggest in Europe. Our plan is to take that to $500 million over the next 3 years. There are so many areas we can still develop into. So there's plenty for us to do. I think the only limitation we will have, or I will have, is time. So if time catches up with me, that could be the problem. But I mean, apart from that, we're not stopping.
Carl McHugh's €100 million fleet and factory renewal programme is a statement of intent to survive and thrive in the choppy waters of the international fishing industry and sustainably build on Atlantic Dawn Group's rich heritage.
I think it's tremendously rewarding to see Irish caught fish from Irish vessels with Irish crews processed in Irish factories being presented to markets in Asia, in West Africa, in Eastern Europe, all over the world, and being appreciated because it's a tremendous resource and nutritious source of protein that's appreciated by our markets. 3 years ago, we embarked upon a fleet renewal programme, and the flagships of our fleet will be 3 sister vessels, which are being constructed at the moment in Istanbul. When we look to our activities, environmental credentials are important for us, and that's why we've incorporated them into our new fishing vessels. This is something that we feel very strongly about. We feel that we take only what nature gives to us, and we want to leave what nature needs, and we want to have a long future where we can continue with this business.
Kevin Brennan's off-site construction company in Kilkenny, ModuBuild, design and build high-spec turnkey labs and modules for biopharmaceutical and data centres and deliver them anywhere from Lapland to the Caribbean.
The construction industry traditionally has been a very inefficient industry. It hasn't moved with the times. So what we do is we take our clients' projects, we handle everything from the design, we produce the entire buildings inside our factory in Castlecomer. We've worked very hard to build the culture of the business. It's something that's really important to us. Honesty and accountability is a big one for us, that if you say you're going to do something, do it, Clients put their trust in you as a person, so you've got to be honest, you've got to be ethical, and I think you've got to create an open and accepting environment for all of your staff. If you want to be delivering these type of projects, you've got to keep moving forward. We always say to our staff that we embrace change, that whatever we're doing today, we assume there's a better way of doing it, and we hope that tomorrow we'll be doing things differently.
Yes, that's brilliant. It sounds absolutely exhausting, though, and we're lucky it's them and not us, I have to say. It's the final category announcement now, representing Julius Baer and ready to reveal the International Entrepreneur of the Year. Please welcome Keith Ryan.
It takes strategic thinking and boundless energy to take an idea and realise it on the world stage. This year's international nominees have taken their place in the spotlight and earned their curtain call. The 2021 International Entrepreneur of the Year is Brian O'Sullivan, Zeus.
Thank you all very much. Thanks, Julius. Okay, normally I'm not speechless, but yes, I am now. So thank you to Frank O'Neill for believing in me. I didn't believe I could be here, so it's great from EY. To the fantastic job that all the EOY team have done all year long with all the events, making sure that they all happened. Roger, Emer, Clodagh, Clara and Siobhan, you've done an amazing job. The events have been fantastic. I've really enjoyed them. I didn't think I would, but they've been really, really good. So thank you for that. To the judges, it's amazing the time that you give. I think it makes this award extremely robust. I think it's no question the best business award in the country. And the time that you give it free of charge is fantastic. So thank you to the judges. I really appreciate also the time you gave me in Killarney when we had some time together. To my family, I'm sure my family believes that I love Zeus more than them. It's not true. I promise you, we're all equal. It's an equal love. But the addiction that I've got to Zeus and to work, there's many times I think that you would have wanted for me to stop, but you've never given up supporting me, so thank you to my family. To the team of Zeus, you're just amazing. It's fantastic. It's not just about me or Brian O'Sullivan, it's about the team that's there. We've built this business together. We're only beginning, that's it for sure. It's only starting. Every day we begin again. Tomorrow morning we will start again. And to the customers that has helped us to get to the level we're at, thank you very much to all the customers. And to the new customers that have come from this programme, thank you as well. Thank you very much. Thanks, David, and thanks, Sarah.
We started with 23 nominees. We now know the category winners. There's only the overall title left to go. The man with the golden envelope tonight is EY Managing Partner, Mr. Frank O'Keefe.
Minister for Finance, Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform, EY Entrepreneur of the Year finalists, to our EY Entrepreneur of the Year alumni, EY clients and colleagues, and also to our viewers at home, welcome to our EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards 2021. Thank you. Tonight is such a special evening, even in such uncertain times, as we celebrate and bring together Ireland's unstoppable and finest entrepreneurs. As was the case last year, tonight is different to our previous gala awards. Indeed, life for all of us has changed, and it is likely to change many times again. COVID-19 continues to test all of us in many, many different ways. From its impact on us as individuals, as businesses, on our governments, and our health systems in particular. And at times, yes, it can be brutal and unrelenting. This constant and ongoing volatility, while enormously challenging, has, however, taught us so many valuable lessons. We know that COVID isn't going to disappear anytime soon. We're all finding new ways to constantly adjust, to be agile and resilient. We cannot, however, assume that fiscal stimulus will keep flowing or that prices will stay constant, that we can easily continue to find the talent we need for our businesses, or that borrowings will always be cheap. There are so many moving parts at play. But one thing is crystal clear. In the middle of this ongoing disruption, it is essential as business leaders and as entrepreneurs that we continue to keep a compassionate focus on our people and on all of those around us. We know that the pandemic has had a profound impact on our working world. And we are now in what is being called the Great Reassessment. People are thinking deeply about what these past 20 months have meant to them and what they want to see happen next. This is a time of choice and consequence for people, for businesses, and for our planet. Most people are now seeking a greater connection between corporate values and personal ones. Our workforces in Ireland and around the world are reflecting more deeply on what now truly matters to them. More is now being demanded of employers, as it should be. Activating purpose at the heart of all organisations is now essential. In EY, we are a people business, powered by innovation and technology. Our people are central to all that we do. So investing in their development, well-being, and in our culture of recognition and inclusion. This, while connecting our daily work to our purpose of building a better working world, well, that always made great sense to us. In the past, many businesses and organizational cultures were built on shared in-person experiences. However, today, the brave and progressive businesses are reimagining ways to keep their vibrant and inclusive culture strong in this new world. That takes work and planning. None of it happens by chance. But ignoring it today is just not an option. There is no doubt that this really is a time for big, bold, compassionate leadership. Society's expectations of business has changed dramatically in the past 2 years. A pandemic, global social and political unrest, the climate emergency have all had a profound impact on our businesses, but also as us as business leaders. Founders and business leaders are no longer in the background on societal issues. As with most critical macro issues, no one can afford to treat climate action as somebody else's problem. We are now more acutely aware than ever that we must all play a more active role in solving our biggest shared challenges. Our vibrant EY Entrepreneur of the Year alumni have always been proud leaders on people, on purpose, and our planet. They have led their businesses with passion, innovation, and resilience, based on the shared value of doing the right thing the right way. When it comes to leading companies with this kind of progressive thinking and change mindset, our 2021 finalists are great role models. They have displayed incredible agility and can-do attitude since this pandemic began. At EY, we are inspired by these incredible entrepreneurs each and every day. Nothing seems to stop them from growing, striving, giving back, delivering for the communities they serve, or solving the most complex societal problems. Our 2021 finalists in particular have proven over and over that they truly are unstoppable. And I have no doubt that whatever disruption they face in the coming 12 months, our island's entrepreneurs will continue to play a central role in driving both economies on our island forward. As EY Managing Partner, I am exceptionally proud of our firm and our ongoing support of entrepreneurship across our island. It is our privilege to work with and to support the incredible 2021 finalists and the EY Entrepreneur of the Year alumni community. Together, we are better and no doubt unstoppable. So now, before I get to the moment that I know everybody has been waiting for, I'd like to say a special thank you to Mary Robinson, our special award recipient, for her tireless work over decades to promote human rights globally and for her passionate advocacy for climate justice. To our clients and entrepreneurs who trust us in EY to support and add value to them, and who come out and support this evening every year. To our independent judging panel, chaired by Anne Herity. Our sponsors, Julius Baer, Enterprise Ireland, Invest Northern Ireland. Our media supporters, News Talk, the Irish Times and RTE. And of course, our amazing EY Entrepreneur of the Year team who work all year round to make our EY Entrepreneur of the Year programme the most prestigious business awards on the island of Ireland. My special thanks this year also goes to our fellow partner in EY, Roger Wallace, for his agility, resilience, leadership and hard work in leading our EY Entrepreneur of the Year programme at this time of great change and disruption. Lastly, however, most importantly, to this year's finalists, congratulations to each and every one of you. You truly are an inspiration to all of us, and most importantly, to the next generation of entrepreneurs coming behind you. So finally, what you've all been waiting for. 3 of the entrepreneurs remain in our running for our overall award. So let's remind ourselves of who they are.
Even to be named among such amazing business people who I would very, very much look up to, it's definitely been a massive personal highlight for sure. I would say I'm competitive, but at the same time, I don't take myself too seriously. But once I have something in my head, there is no stopping me.
I like to win, but mostly for my staff and my people. This is a recognition of the fabulous work that they do. I don't make the bricks. I'm just the guy up in the big office at the far end.
I've got a lot of common sense. I believe that's my biggest attribute. I'm a very competitive person. Some people may not think so, but I think I hide it quite well. But yes, there's absolutely no part of me that's not out there to win whatever I'm in.
All 3 are deserving winners, but only one can be the 2021 EY Entrepreneur of the Year. And the 2021 EY Entrepreneur of the Year is Brian O'Sullivan.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you very much.
You've just joined a very exclusive club. What does this award mean to you?
Will I give you the corporate answer or can I give you my answer?
No.
Yes!
That's the answer we wanted.
I am delighted! I don't do corporate well, Dara, so this is me. I am fantastic. It just means that much to me. Huge vindication for all of the work. Don't be defined from background where you come from. Keep going, keep trying, make sure you work hard. So it means a huge amount to me, Dara. It just means a massive amount to me personally, my family, and to all of Zeus. So thank you very much. That's how much it means.
Well,
thank you.
And on that To the budding entrepreneurs tuning in tonight, what message do you have for them?
Resilience, work. As I said, you don't have to have, many of the criteria that you might think that would be what you require. You just need to make sure that you've got heaps of common sense, plenty of cop on, and that you've got a goal. You set the goals, and just once the goals are achieved, you moved on. Like, this award is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing, and as I said earlier on, I'm absolutely certain it's the most robust business award in the country, led by Frank and the team and Roger, who've done an amazing job this year. I've loved every part of it. But tomorrow morning, it's all about what we do in Zeus. That's what it's got to be, and it's to keep going and keep driving forward. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, our appreciation once more for the 2021 EY Entrepreneur of the Year, Brian O'Sullivan of Zeus. Well done, Brian. That's the best celebration I've ever seen as well. Okay, another Entrepreneur of the Year Awards comes to a close, unfortunately. We hope that you've enjoyed tonight's injection of optimism and inspirational remedy in these challenging times.
A huge thank you to all of you at home for watching. Thanks to our judges, our alumni and friends for taking part, and congratulations to each and every one of our finalists. We hope to see you all again next year. Take care of one another, and please do stay safe. Good night.
Good night.